Hiya, Kubis here. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play World of Warcraft Leveling Legacy. In the last episode, we helped out Abercrombie get some zombie juice and some ghostly thread, and then we defeated some ghouls, and we discovered that there were some worgen in the woods, in the grove over to the left here, Brightwood Grove. We also were sent down to get some stuff from the ogres and to kill some more worgen by the orchard. But first, we found a really interesting letter here from Stalvin Mistmantle, as it seems. He was starting up a school in Moonbrook in Westfall, and he also tried to talk with the headmaster Krullian of the academy about teaching his offspring. So whether it's a daughter or a son, not sure. And we're going to deliver these letters to Clerk Daltrey now, and he'll send us on to our next quest. He has a book in his hand. Nice. Look, sir, I really don't want any trouble. By the light, you actually went and got it? I'm shocked. I suppose I owe you thanks for returning it to the archives. Oh, we got a cloak. Librarian's cloak. 5 stamina. That's better than the strength one we have. If you're that serious about this, I'll help you, Thunderhand. I know where the other documents must be. I'm just too terrified to do anything about it. There's only a few places that those horrible Nightbane beasts gather when they're not prowling the forest. One of them is the rotting orchard to the south. They use the buildings there as their dens, so if they haven't just eaten the other documents, they might find one there, but you'll have to search their lairs throughout. Thoroughly, I wager. Throughout, what am I saying here? So that's fortunate. We are heading down to the orchard to get a couple of those letters, as well as killing the Nightbane, as they're called. Nightbane. That's interesting. I just want to check one thing. We'll go to the Dungeon Journal here, raids. We're going to go to Burning Crusade and Karazhan. And there we have Nightbane. Is that a coincidence? Not sure if that is the case, but anyway, let's take it. It doesn't have any lore on him right now, but I'll have to investigate that later. This is one of the bosses in Karazhan. Huh. I really thought about that. If that is... Just Blizzard being lazy with their names, perhaps. But anyway, let's make our way to the orchard. Oh, there's a Nightbane Stalker talking about stalking me in the forest. He's literally... being a stalker. As you can see, he's wearing clothes, so there must be a reason why he's down here. These guys are in stealth, if you can tell. So I usually just run past from these guys, I guess, since we have mounts. We don't really have to stop and take single one of them down. This place looks freaking amazing in the rain. I do love the fact that the rain is back. I think it was gone for a while, but it was reintroduced in the patch. And it looks freaking amazing down here in Duskwood with the already dark and cloudy areas. You see these. This is an effect of the weather, I think. These shadowy, smoke, misty clouds. Anyway, you see some of these weaving shadows being summoned by the Shadow Weavers. Oh, we are one-shotting these guys with, or technically 5-shotting them with Rampage. Oh, 27 now, currently. That's great. Let's kill more of these. We have to kill 10 of the Shadow Weavers. Those are our primary targets. You don't really have to kill the Stalkers. I don't think there is any drops for another quest here, but anyway, let's try to get these guys down. I gotta find the documents as well, and as you can see, these documents are right inside the barn there. So we're gonna head inside there once we've killed all of these guys. Won't really bother killing the woven shadows, as you see they despawn whenever you kill the larger one, which is nice. And if they are casting on you, you can just interrupt them as well if you are having trouble, though I doubt you will be. And we won't at all, since we are already 27 with these 22 mobs. We will be severely overleveled since we are doing the Lore Master way of clearing out the entire areas before we move on. So throughout the entire leveling series, we will be overleveled. Though I will not use higher level characters, of course, to go back and do the zones with one-shotting enemies. We still have to have some challenge. But we might outlevel some zones, but since the quests do give diminishing returns to higher leveled characters, we won't be that overleveled. I think it will work fine. Hello. What are you doing, sir? Let's go inside and find those documents. Yeah, another one inside. And as you can see here, we have the documents inside this This place looks really torn apart. You can see the corpses of the horses. Man, look at those models there. Those sprites. Ah, those models look horrible. Oh my god. But here we have a pile of scraps. And we can take a look at the journal as well. Most of it has been ripped to shreds. So you probably won't get the whole story from this one either. But we'll read this one as we move back to the town. Giles, the boy. That's the offspring of the leader there, seems a bit rambunctious and will be a challenge to educate. However, the elder daughter, Tilloa, that's another offspring, seems exceptionally smart. I couldn't help but notice her captivating beauty as well. She's on the cusp of womanhood now. Supposedly the Lord has arranged her marriage for the next year. But I digress. This week I will accompany the family to their summer cottage near the East Vale logging camp in Elvin, close to the Red Ridge Mountains. I hope to write more while there. So we've been there. That's where we learned to use our mount. Interesting. So we've been to Moonbrook. We've been to the East Vale logging camp as well. Let's take a look at the next page. Most strange and uncontrollable feeling. Never have I felt the way I did today. Whilst assisting Giles on his history lesson, Tilloa was outside tending to the flower gardens. After a few minutes, she came inside and placed a scarlet begonia in my open palm and smiled at me in such a way that my heart felt as though it was trembling within my chest. This seems... well, right now it seems kind of creepy. This dude is the teacher, and the elder daughter is coming of age, and she's giving him a flower, begonia. Is she flirting with him? What is going on here? Or is there something else going on? Strange feeling inside. You're back in one piece, I see. This was all you found? That's bad news, I'm afraid. This isn't all of it. You should let it go, Thunderhand. The only place left to look is Roland's Doom. Oh, sorry. Roland's Doom. Something's going on in here. We need better representation from Stormwind. Our homes are falling to the undead. Roland's Doom, that's the mine south of town and the largest lair of the worgen in Duskwood. Nobody in Darkshire has ever made it back from that place alive. In fact, some of the records I have here imply that's where the monsters first came from. Who knows what evil lurks in there? Please, Thunderhand, just give it up. Let's just forget about the whole thing and never speak of it again.
See you around.
This is a mystery indeed, and that's why I love Duskwood. It's like, oh, it's shrouded in mystery. So that's where the worgen came from Roland's Doom. Who is Roland? What is going on? We'll see. Let's talk to Kalar.
What can I do for you?
You performed well against the Shadow Weavers, Thunderhand, but even now, years after their first arrival, there seems to be so many to replace the ones we kill. I'll put my faith in Master Caravan. No doubt he will get to the bottom of the problem. Your previous accomplishments have convinced me that you are ready to take on the toughest worgen infesting the woods. Of the worgen that have made their way, their new home, the vile fangs, the tainted ones have proven the most dangerous. They've settled down near some of the caves, and in the mine to the south. Just from far away, you can even see the light from their bonfires. So they are somewhat sentient, as you can hear that they are... Oh, do we sell a shirt? No, it's the chest armor. They are actually sell some of this food stuff. We don't need that. They are using bonfires to keep themselves warm, which means they might have some sort of cognitive abilities left.
Safe travel.
By the way, I'm saving these to sell them on the auction house. We haven't sold a lot more. I could have checked the mailbox, but we are going to repost a lot of the stuff that we didn't sell. Why am I heading this way? No idea. We're going down to the caves. I'm going to repost this stuff in addition to this when we're done with Duskwood, and hopefully get some more gold, which will be nice. 187 though, that's pretty good for a level 27 without any outside support. So let's head down to the cave, the Vile and Tainted. The other quest is called Roland's Doom. What is going on? This mystery. Oh, I love this. Unfortunately, the minimap here seems to be a little bugged. You can see the trees on the minimap. Not sure why that is. That doesn't really matter right now. We are here next to the worgen Vilefang. Sorry, Nightborn. Nightbane, not Nightborn. What am I saying? I even talked about Nightbane previously. There we go. Spoilers, the revelation in this quest, it does have something to do with Karazhan, as we'll see in the Legion playthrough later on. So, what is that? The connection between Legion and this? What is going on? Well, I won't be spoiling that for you just yet. How long till we get Whirlwind? I really want Whirlwind right now. It's going to be amazing to use that one. Back in the day, it used to be like level 30, I think. You got Berserker stance, and then you learned Whirlwind and as a warrior, and that was amazing. You also got this. Can't remember, it was level 20 quest. You had also every class had these quests that were exclusive to the class, basically fulfilling the class fantasy as they're calling it now. But they removed those quests somewhat. I think there's still class quests for Blackrock Depths and Sunken Temple, which are 2 instances coming up towards the later Cataclysm starting zone, or in starting zone, the 1 to 60 experience. And oh, I'm turning into Worgen. What is this? Worgen Taint. Time between melee and range attacks reduced by 20%, casting speed increased, and armor reduced. This is strange. Not good for me. Let's make our way inside. We need to kill some more tainted ones. These are tainted by something. What was I saying? Class quest, yeah, and the warrior got the whirlwind axe, the sword, and the mace. You could choose between some of those, and they were amazingly strong. Superior weapons. Oh my god, so powerful. So we killed those, and here we have the last muddy journal page from Roland's Doom. Let's take a look at this. New legs, those are actually better than ours, but we're gonna sell those. Muddy journal pages. Although the pages are covered in mud, some words can be read. Most certain that she shares the same feelings for me now. She even placed a hand on mine this morning. When she smiles, her eyes light up like the glittering diamonds. Unspoken words pass between us. I can feel her in my pounding heart and heated veins. Anger and fury, the likes of which I never knew existed. How dare she? As I was what am I saying here? As I was instructing Giles in the meaning of numbers, Tiloa passed me, appears before me with a suitor, holding hands in public nonetheless. What an uncouth young man. Rather than introduce me properly, Tiloa simply said, "Oh, that's just my tutor, Uncle Stalvin. He's a nice old man." Old? At that word, my cheeks flushed with heat. I am but a few years older, and she betrays. Okay, so we learned a couple of things there. First of all, I was messing things up in earlier. This is, of course, it's talking about Stalvin, Uncle Stalvin here. Stalvin Mistmantle. He's a nice old man. So this guy, yeah, he's kind of he's a pervert. But you could say that. At least he had feelings for a younger woman. That's like a more appropriate way to say this. Well, let's talk to this guy first. Then we have, I guess, the cleric will be happy hearing these news. Thunderhand, to be honest with you, I did not believe that you would get this far, but you are clearly a warrior to be reckoned with. In fact, if you wish to formally join Master Caravin's struggle, I will gladly write you a letter of recommendation. Who is this Caravin? Here you go, Thunderhand. Bring the message to Master Caravin. He quickly removes a piece of faded parchment and offers it to you. A few more like you, and we will outnumber the Night Watch. Perhaps then we could complete the work that few carry on today. Get outnumber the Night Watch. Who is this guy working for? He's working for Caravin. Ah, Caravin is inside. So these guys have some sort of different agenda from the Night Watch.
What can I do?
Yes, what is it? Make it quick. I have pressing matters to attend to, like looking into the fireplace with my wife.
Greetings.
Yeah. Oh, we should probably read the note. Callar's note. The bearer of this note has shown himself to be upstanding in the light, capable of battling the undead and demons that plague the borders of Duskwood, and willing to join the Caravin family in the cause of light. I would thereby suggest that you give this warrior of the light, lots of light in this one, further duties, perhaps, to investigate some of the townsfolk that are under suspicion to succor to the enemies of the light. This seems really strange.
Hey there.
Excuse me for my cold reception, Thunderhand, but as I'm sure you can tell, I am an extremely busy man. I see that you have impressed Kala, and I assure you that is no small feat, and that he has given his recommendation. There are unsavory types afoot, Thunderhand, and we can use the help of all who have proven themselves. We battle against demons, the undead, and those who would provide them aid. Be vigilant, be wary, and trust no one who would not give aid to our cause. Glory under the light.
Be careful.
What is going on here? What is this? What are you? I'm confused right now. Let's have a chat with the clerk about Stalvan Mistmantle. He was envious.
Hey there.
I told you, Thunderhand, it's not worth pursuing. You actually went and got it? I don't know whether to call you brave or insane, but once again, my archives thank you. New leggings. Ooh. Rolling. Wow, those are nice. You've recovered everything. Everything except the last page. Which I've got right here. Don't look at me like that. You'll understand when you read it. Some even say it's cursed, you know. In fact, I was relieved when the worgen broke in and made off with these. Take it. Take all of it, in fact. I thank you for recovering my archives. But I don't want anything to do with this ever again. Please, just leave me be.
Have a good one.
Take the legend of Stalvan back to Tobias Mistmantle. Tobias Mistmantle was the name. Oh my god. Let's see, read the last note. So we have the entire legend here. You can see it goes from the start. Dear noble sir, to Headmaster Krillian, I wrote you might know that our apprentice is doing blah blah blah. See so much of Azeroth. Dear noble sir, would you need a tutor for your children? I shall travel to meet with them in person when the winter comes. Giles the boy seem a bit rambunctious. And we have, and most certain she feels the same feeling for me now. Anger and fury, but a few years older, and yet I am but a few years older, and yet she betrays. Downward spiral of despair. First she mocks me, and now she's engaged. The ungracious charlatan was pretending to love, when truly she desired to hurt me all along. A black void lurks within me now, and it grows within each waking moment. The blood I shall spill pales in comparison to the tears I have shed.
Any friend of Greymane is a friend of mine. We've been walled up for far too long.
Now, remember that Stalvan Mistmantle. He is not the same as Tobias. Stalvan was from Silverpine Forest. Now, if you remember correctly, Silverpine is up here. And it is directly north of Gilneas. But you remember from the Gilneas videos that the Gilneans, they walled themselves off from the rest of the lands. And the dude over here in Shadowfang Keep, what's his name again? Arugal. He was using the worgen. He was made from Dalaran here in Hillsbrad. There, Dalaran used to be right here, and he experimented with. He tried to experiment with the summoning of the worgen from the Emerald Dream to use as forces against the Scourge, who were invading Dalaran. And the curse spread to the people of Silverpine Forest, who were not inside the walls of Gilneas, and eventually it also spread to Gilneas, of course.
I got a bad...
You're back. Did you find anything about my brother? I can't thank you enough. I had hoped for this to be a joyous reunion, but the more I learn, the less I'm glad I am to have asked. But I must know. This can't be. My brother was strong-willed, but such vileness, such sickness and violent, bloody evil. Tobias brings a hand to his face, averting his gaze. I must have answers. I need to know how I got that letter. I need to know if Stalvan really did this. I need to know why. Take my ring, Thunderhand. Bring it to Madame Ava. That woman is a follower of old arts and makes no secret of it. Call it madness, but I'll try anything at this point.
We are bound by a common enemy.
Let's make our way down there. This Ava person, she is like the most popular person in town, man. She can do anything. She can give us ghost thread. She can give us information about this. The family ring. Okay.
You need something?
What dark whispers guide you to my door, warrior? How interesting. It's been quite a while since I've seen such a ring. I'm afraid I cannot give you Tobias the answers he seeks, but I can help you find the only person who can. Stalvan Mistmantle. Take the ring into the woods to the north, to Mana Mistmantle, where Stalvan's body was buried. Enter and hold the ring before you. Let the waning moon pour its light through the ring, and the spirits will answer your call. Take heed, Thunderhand. The questions of the living can offer more comfort than the answers of the dead.
Light bless you.
Oh, yes. I like the writing in this storyline. Oh my god. So, luckily though, Stalvan came down here before the Scourge invaded Silverpine Forest. So, by that logic, he never met Arugal on the World of Warcraft. So these are two separate, yet convenient storylines going on. Let's arrive here and use the ring inside. See an empty house. I think this place is called Manor Mistmantle. Yes, it is. So this is where he was. Now here he is.
My ring, who holds my family ring? Teloa, is that you?
Brother.
Tobias?
Tell me it's not true, brother. Tell me you didn't die a murderer.
It's all true, brother. Every word. You doubted it, but why?
How could you?
You know why. Surely you've felt anger. Anger so foul and vicious that it makes you want to tear someone's heart out. Aren't you feeling it right now?
No, stop it.
And now they're starting to fight, brother against brother. And he's a worgen, by the way, if you couldn't tell by the fact that he's from Gilneas. Spoilers. Yeah. And this guy's using some sort of potion. He's a tutor, of course. He's using the Curse of Salvan. All attributes reduced by 5%. This is a legendary curse.
You see, brother, we are not so different.
No.
He's running away. Why are you running away, Tobias? You're a beast. But there we go. We killed him. And turned out to be an undead. So we already killed him previously back in the day. I think that's why he turned into an undead now. I think the old quest, not sure if it still is this way, required you to travel to these different places where he had his journal. You had traveled to Moonrook, you traveled to Eastvale Logging Camp, I think, and then back here. If I remember correctly. Maybe we are supposed to do it now. To buy this. Master Harris may have been right. I would have not been better to leave the past. I would have been better if I left the past behind. I've got a new life now. Whether it's that of a monster or a man is up to me. As for you, I cannot thank you enough for your assistance, regardless of the outcome. Please take this with my thanks.
What's your bag?
Level 28, and we got Meat Cleaver, we got World Raider, we got Scarlet Monastery. Oh, this is awesome. We got the new shoulder pads, Burden of Shame. Okay, those are awesome. I've been trying to keep my true self hidden away from my people, from the people of Darkshire. They seem to react poorly to Worgen. There are more of us here, though, beyond the city. The companions I first traveled with here, with search the wood for wild Worgen. They believed some of them, ones with telltale signs can still be returned to sanity. I'm not quite ready to rejoin them. Please send words to Apprentice Fest at the crossroads west of town that I'll be staying in Darkshire a while longer.
Farewell.
So we pretty much finished up in Darkshire now. The next quest will lead us down towards this crossroads, and then we are also have some quests remaining over at Abercrombie. Well, for Abercrombie and for the other with a strange name, down by the Ogre Mound, as it's called. And what is the thing going on here in the middle? Well, we're gonna head over to the crossroads now. Maybe we'll find some answers. And look at these new shoulders. They're almost the same as the one we had. Look at the difference here. The previous ones were a bit cooler, but that doesn't matter right now. So we did get a nice ring previously. Ring of the Fool. Burden of Shame. I do like the fact that a lot of the quest rewards, they do reflect what the stuff that was going on in the quest line from the NPCs. Let's take a look at what we got. We got a whirlwind. First of all, unleash a whirlwind of steel, striking all enemies within 8 yards for 366 physical damage. Causes your next bloodthirst or rampage to strike up to 4 additional targets for 50% additional damage. What? And it's instant. It has no cooldown. It's an AoE. It's pretty freaking awesome. And it's a lot better than this here, but this one does increase the rate of getting the bloodthirst crit. So we'll see how the things turn out. Let's move a bit further. We did get another thing as well. Then maybe get the meat cleaver. It's a passive ability. Dealing damage with whirlwind increases the number of targets that your bloodthirst or rampage hits by 4. So when we are doing AoE, we can do a whirlwind, and then we can use a bloodthirst or a rampage afterwards, and they will hit 4 targets. So that's pretty nice if you want to do AoE, which you probably will. And the animations for this one, yeah, freaking awesome. I love it. It's so good. And when it hits, it's super satisfying as well. I'm going to cut the episode a bit short here, and then we're going to continue off in the next one with these quests from the Crossroad. Here we have Apprentice Fess, Watcher Page, and we have Watcher Dodds. And these guys will send us on a quest as we'll explore why the worgen are here, as we didn't get the answer to that in the cave or from the Journal of Salvan. But we did learn there were some people from Silverpine Forest down here. And we'll also take a look at this ogre mound down there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out the links at the end of the video for the playthrough of Legion if you want some more up-to-date, exciting story there. And also check out the playlist for the rest of these videos in the Leveling Legacy series. I've been Crudless, and you have been fantastic. See you in the next episode.